Hello cricketeers, this is Roxanne from Rox's Cards and Crafts, also admin of two groups, one being the Cricket Expression, which is for the legacy cricket machines, and Cricket Connect for the newer machines. Today I'm focusing more on the newer machines using Design Space. And I'm part of just a card sharing group, and there was a bit of interest in this white on white card here that I shared with the group, and there's a bit of interest in knowing how to do it. I'm going to be doing this, gearing this towards new people, new members that are learning. You may or may not have access, which is your subscription to all the images that they offer in Design Space. I've been a member for years and I find it well worth it, but and it does save a lot of time, but a lot of people don't, but a lot of people do, and I find it quite cheap for the amount of images that you get, and this being one of them. So this is what we call a cutaway card. Cutaway cards are for you to use on those new card mats that they've brought out. Used to be just for the joy. Now people that have the bigger machines can use the cutaway cards or the cutout cards as well, which is great. Oh, if you go to images, and let's go to, I want you to put in baby cutaway card. It should be the first one to pop up. There we go. So let's just pick that one and take it into Canvas. And this is how it comes in. Now it's got 3 layers. So the first one I did with the, let me change the color of the stars. There we go, because they're gold. And let me change the drawing. There they are. So I've got 3 layers in this card, and this was the first one that I made here. What I did with this one, because I always cut them out to see what they have to offer me, and I've actually come up with about 3-4 different ways of using this one design. I don't use the cutaway pre-made cutaway cards. I do my own. I have not gone and bought the mat. I don't see a need. I've been making cards for quite some time now, but I love some of them. I love the designs. So this one, this one compared to this one, or this one that I was, let me bring that to the front. The difference between this one that everybody loved, which is the Design Space one, this one over here is one that I designed. It shows you that it's cutting away to give you that background, and they've obviously intended for you to use that little offset cutaway bit. So I thought, well, if you're intending me to use it, I needed to stand out or look better. So I tried to pop up the card. So I've made this card a 5 by 5.5 high. So I cut my own card base, which is 10 by 5.5. Folded it in half, but the 3D tape was a bit bulky. I can still use it, but it was a bit bulky. So let's get rid of that design for now, and let's move over to the second one. What I did was the second one was still did the card base, so that's the white bit, and then I added an extra card topper and cut that out, which enabled me to pop that up more neatly. So the first one I wouldn't ever do again, but this one looks absolutely stunning, and I cut it out of another card and swapped over the backgrounds. That makes sense. So I liked that one, so I'll get rid of that one. This one is what I was just telling you, and I did it that way. Then I thought, oh, that's going to make a lovely shaker card, which is what I did. So all I've done is I've just applied acetate to the back of this pink topper. Then you add 3D foam and pop it up. And then I backed it. Look up how do you make shaker cards. It's not a tutorial on how to do shaker cards, but it gives you an idea that that's what you can do as well. Let's get rid of that. And then you come to this design, which what I did was, so getting back to the pink one there, that cutaway, so the cutaway, so I swapped it around. What I've done is I've put the drawing directly onto the card, okay, and the cutaway bit I've cut an extra 3 times. I've laid them 3 times actually, stacked them on top of each other so that they give a nice 3D look. So totally changed the way the card was originally intended. You can see on this one with this white on white, which is the card group was Clean and Simple Cards. Excellent card group. So that's those guys there. It's probably the same size. Look at that. Yeah, nearly. Okay. I made my card base. So go to your shapes. So if you don't have access for, look, I don't know how much that would cost normally. But it's probably, if it's $2.99, it's probably worth it for you. Just go to your shapes and press your square. Unlock your aspect ratio, which is your padlock. Your width is going to be, pick your own size if you want, but the widths that I used was 10. And then the height is 5.5. I'm going to change the colour because I hate working in black. No, let's go with purple. Then I'm going to find my center line by adding my score line, which once again you will find in the free shapes. Resize that to 5.5, which is the height. Select them both, align and center. Then I'm just going to group them. Okay, so now place the major characters in this story onto the front of your card. Select them and let's align them vertically. Now there's only 2 steps to this, is we do have to detach these guys. Detach, okie dokie. Now all I want you to do is select the drawing, hold your shift key and select the card and then go attach. Goodo. So now your drawing, and I do this all the time, but I do it to show you. The drawer, and that's wriggling it around, the drawing is attached to your card base. So it's already saying that it's a pen. So that's, you check your pen, you'll be putting your score pen in and then it will cut it. So you score, then it will draw, then it will cut. So what I need to do is just undo all those squiggly bits that I just did. A couple more till that goes behind. Okay. And I'm going to grab that and I'm going to arrange that and send that to the back. Now it probably doesn't matter that these guys moved. In fact, it doesn't. Because what we have to do with them is we have to give them, we're going to cut them out 3 more times, but we have to make it more neat. This is what I like doing. I like giving them a weeding box. And yes, you need a weeding box even around cardstock. So uncheck your padlock so that you can make it any size. Send it to the back so you can see. Alright. And I'm just going to attach those. You could slice them, but just attach them. So you're going to duplicate them. So 2 more times, so they cut out 3 times. And we want it all to be on the same paper. Now you can individually cut them out so that you can put them on your paper a lot better, but that's a lesson for another day. I've got to try and make this quick for you. So that's all there is to it. So when you go to make it, for any material, on card, no, it's not on card mat. Don't select on card mat. It's on mat, any material, continue. So they will cut 3 times for you, and then you have your card. So go through the motions, do your card, cut these out 3 times, layer them up, and then place them over your drawing. And that's how easy that one was. Now if you wanted to create your own, I'm going to let's go Control A. I'm just selecting them all, grouping them, and then I'm just going to hide them. Or I could have gone select all up there. Let's just change the color of our mat so you can see that I'm doing something different, which is making your own. So you need to select a bubbly kind of font. Now I use Character Mat UWP, I think that's what it's called. UPW, yeah, I think it's UWP. I'm using a Windows 10, and if you just went through all the different kinds of fonts that you've got on your system, and this is on your system, so these are fonts you shouldn't have to pay for. Without going through all that, I'm just going back up to Arial Rounded, because that's nice and rounded. That's the one I used. So it told me what it was. So I'm going to go to Font, and let's just go at a capital B. Let's go VR and go System and go Arial, ARIAL, search, and it was that one. Now I don't want these bits in the middle, and I can't contour them. So what you do there is get your shape, your square, put your square there, unlock it, then duplicate and put there, select them all and weld, and that will get rid of the inner bits to that B. Now while you're there, you can do an A, and you're going to do the same thing for that. You're going to go, see, the contour doesn't come up, make it a bit bigger, shapes, that, unlock. So once you get used to doing this, it's really fun. It's actually quite fun. And then weld, designing in Design Space. It is quite untechnical. It's quite fun. It doesn't have the nodes in that. See, if we were in another designing program, I could have double clicked the nodes and got rid of the inner bits and separated them, but this is how you're going to do it in Design Space. So we've got B, A, B, and then we want capital Y, which we don't have to do anything with, just make it bigger. Just going to look, no, scrap that bit. Oh, there's a little bit I can see in this, so now I can contour this, and I'll just go hide all. Same with that one, contour, hide all. Alright, so we've got B, A, B, Y. So their height is about, let's put their height at about 5. Surely, yep, there are easy ways, but when you're filming, you don't always think of the easy ways, even though I do know them. But the mistakes I make, you learn from. The mistakes that you will see me on camera, you will definitely learn from when you're new at this, because there's always a lot of ways to do or to achieve one outcome. There's many ways in many programs. So this is for people that don't have access. Go and find a nice bubbly big font like this from defont.com, and then just download it onto your machine. Reopen, you'd have to close this down, then reopen Design Space, and yeah, start using that and get this far. So then of course then you would have to then go on to, and I just used then 3 times in the one sentence, so sorry, you would have to go onto the internet, go and find some cute baby animals. Sure, there are heaps on Access, and if you've got Access you can just do this again, designing your own. Alright, so let's put in cute animals. Yeah. Oh. Let's go clip art maybe. You can try clip art first. Just go clip art PNG. It's going to take a lot of it out for you. Images, we really do need black and white. So what I want you to do is go to the filter, go to color, black and white, and then I want size to be large. Sorta. Alright, there's a cute little line. So let's just right click that and go save image as. Let's go cute animal one. Now I'm going to put it into clip art, but I'm going to go A because I've already got cute animal 1. I'm going to go cute animal A and save. So you're looking for the ones with lines, not any of these. Cute little rabbit, right click, saving image as, cute animal B, so on and so forth. Okay, so you just look through all those, pig, whatever, and then go back down to your Design Space and then go to upload, browse, go and find those documents, clip art. So cute animal A I want. Cute animal A. Still showing it's got a bit of a background even though it's supposed to be PNG. So the difference there is JPEG has a white background and a PNG does not. It's very easy in Design Space. So always just select complex, then go continue, and then just go remove background. And what that's going to do is hopefully remove it all, even from the inside. So we want it removed on the inside, and that is just perfect. I'm just going to apply, and we want the cut image, and we're going to upload. Now, keep in mind, I don't know if any of these are actually drawings, because in any plotters, what happens is, if I put this into pen, you'll see a lot of double lines. Okay. But what we need to do is we're going to size it. I'll put him back to what he was first. Get into that in a minute. So having done that, I'm going to do an offset. I've resized him. Come on. But not too much. Hit that button there and then use your arrow keys to make it quite, I'm only looking on the outside. So I want a bit of an offset, but not a large offset. So up to you. I reckon about there. And hit apply. So we're going to bring this offset, we're going to go to contour, hide all, and then we have what we call the offset shadow. And that is what's going to be cut out in one of the bees. So you're going to join them together. Let's center those. Move that up to where we saw it before. I said you can put the tail out there, but I want to make sure I click the bottom. I'm going to move that out of the way, and then all I'm going to do is select the bee and the shadow of the lion and slice. Okay, so that's been taken up there. So I'll get rid of all those till you have that left. Then we make him into a drawer, and that's how easy it is. Just want to have a look a bit more at this drawing. In the original one that Cricut designed, I think it's this one. Yeah. This original one, you can see that they've actually taken away the outside of the drawing, the so-called drawing. The outside's been taken away, and I don't think they've actually made an offset as such. Well, they've made it so that when you do the offset, it's actually the whole outline, where I've made a bit of an offset, which that feature I quite like. It's having a white border around a sticker. I quite like it like that. I think it just gives more definition. The thing is, between this and this one that you might upload yourself, is that it's actually a drawing file, whereas this one is a cutting file turned into a drawing file. What that means is that you're going to get double lines. Not double lions, double lines. So let's just have a look at this. Let's highlight that and go to contour. So I'm just going to pull that down a bit further so it doesn't. Bringing it over here sometimes makes it a bit better, because when your contour comes up, it covers everything and you can't move it. Stupid. Come on, Design Space. So you'll be able to see here what what happens if I maybe hide some things. Okay, so there you go. That turned that into, just by getting rid of that, it's a nice single line. But if I want to get rid of maybe the outside, I want to see if I can. Yep. So some you can work with. What about the tail? Yep. Okay, we're doing well. Cool. Might leave that in actually. So that, oh yeah, that might work. That might not work. So a few things will work, but you don't want to get rid of it all, because the defining, that makes the drawing what it is. But you're going to get, so we could probably get rid of that. So just have a play with your design. Yeah, take away that, take away that. Happy with that. I've got to get rid of that bit too. Show you how to do that. So I don't know, can you get rid of that? Yeah, let's get rid of that. I like his little paws. What about that? They define it a bit more, so I'm happy with that. So then you need to play, yeah, so play around with the drawing. Getting back to here, I don't like this bit down here, so just go to contour and select it there, nice and easy. So there's one. So on and so forth, and then you'll do the same thing. You'll make your card shape, and then you'll go from there. So I hope that shows you as quickly as I can manage to do it. So don't forget to, yep, that's a pen and that's a cutout. That's going to go directly on your card base, and then that's going to be cut out separately along with all those. Let's quickly show you me making one. So I've got these guys are separated. Like I said, that's just a matter of going into contour and separating them. I'm going to cut these out, so I'll quickly show you. So I'm going to move these guys with my arrow, because sometimes it just is too hard to grab. And when I see that, I can move it out. All right, I need to attach all of these to the card, my card base that I've made, so I'm just going to attach that. And then I want to duplicate these another 2 times. All right, so they're on different they're on different mats. So let's go to make it. And I'm going to do this one first. Alright, I finished the card, so you saw how that the drawing penned directly onto the card base. Now, here is a look at why I separate these so you can put them wherever you want. And what I'm just going to do is, I've used a 12 by 12. I'm just going to turn that mat around so that they all cut up nice up the top there. Alright, so I've just layered those three together, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about glues. And I find the best thing to use for this type of layering, I use the glitter glue a lot for other things, you know, just sticking one layer to another layer. But when you've got to layer several things and you've got to line everything up, and you don't want the glue to be drying that fast, so I had I reckon that the clear gum glue is going to be the best choice for these things. So I've already got 2 layered, and I've got to do 3. Okay, so just quickly, this was one of the originals, so it will draw it on the top of there. And these, I've done a couple of different colours, so I'm going to put this behind that, so I'll show you. So what I've done is I've laid that with 3D foam. So this is cut 1/4 inch in, so it's very sticky. And hopefully I can get it down pretty well. All right, and then I'm going to glue those into place.